The UN World Food Programme report shows that over 90% of malnourished people live in developing countries. Some of these crises occur because people are too poor to afford foods that are nutritious. Worldwide hunger and malnutrition have declined in recent decades, and in the aggregate, the world produces enough food to feed everyone. Yet today, over 800 million people are considered food insecure and undernourished, suggesting that abundant supply does not guarantee affordable access to food for all. The recent and recurrent food price spikes and heightened volatility are caused in part by the tightness of markets for many staple foods and by increased financialization of commodity markets. There are also fundamental challenges at the root of enhanced global food market volatility, which pose serious threat to food security in the long run. This is related to ongoing demographic change, with continued population growth and accelerated urbanization, putting upward pressure on the demand for food. The related environmental threats include climate change, which is already adversely impacting on food supplies through more intense weather shocks. However, this calls for immediate action by governments to combat hunger, poverty, and malnutrition. It is for this reason that the Comprehensive Africa Agriculture Development Programme, CAADP, has been endorsed by AU to help eliminate hunger and reduce poverty through agriculture. CAADP was established as part of the New Partnership for Africa's Development, NEPAD, in July 2003, and to focus on improving and promoting agriculture across Africa. It is aimed at addressing issues relating to food insecurity, nutrition and poverty by pledging at least 10% of annual budget to agriculture. The first 10 years of the CAADP are said to have been a real-life test for their ability to create and maintain partnership around Africa's #1 priority sector, agriculture and food security. This culminated in renewed commitment by African leaders in a summit in Malabo, Equatorial Guinea in 2004 to adopt another 10-year accelerated agricultural growth and transformation plan for shared prosperity and improved livelihoods, dubbed the Malabo Declaration.
We need transparent and evidence-based tracking and measuring of results to ultimately achieve accountability regarding the financial effort and the targets. And we as development partners also play a vital role in that, of course. And we reaffirm our commitment to the principles of ownership, of alignment, of harmonization, of managing for results and mutual accountability.
The chief executive of the NEPAD agency, Ibrahim Asani Mayaki, said it has become imperative for Africa to develop appropriate financing tools for the development of agriculture on the continent.
Africa can only make it happen if we collectively innovate and collectively agree to account for the resources injected and results and impacts that ensure.
The Commissioner for Rural Economy and Agriculture at the AU Commission, Rhoda Peace Tumusime, was optimistic that the goal of ending hunger by 2025 was attainable. But this goal will be realized if agriculture becomes attractive to the youth, who are more empowered through the application of technology in farming. The United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization estimates that there are 11 million people who are undernourished in developing countries. To help reverse the trend, the African Union has launched a new award dubbed the African Food Prize in Accra. The $100,000 prize will celebrate Africans who will take control of Africa's agriculture agenda and change the reality of farming from as a struggling occupation to a business that is thriving. This is in a bid to strengthen food security in order to reduce malnutrition in Africa. Reports from the Food and Agriculture Organization show that about 90% of people in developing countries find it difficult to get 3 square meals a day. This has made millions of people vulnerable to diseases, with a lack of nutrition being one of the major problems. However, ensuring sustainable access to food and nutrition security requires the investment of governments in agriculture in order to scale food production. Mindful of this, the AU has launched the Africa Food Prize to encourage farmers and agriculture institutions to work efficiently to promote food security on the continent. The award, which began as the Yara Prize, was established in 2005 by Yara International ASA in Norway. It has now been christened Africa Food Prize to give the award a distinctive African home, identity and ownership. The winners will be selected by a panel of independent and distinguished leaders in African agriculture, chaired by former Nigerian President Olusegun Obasanjo.
This marks a significant milestone in the drive towards an agricultural transformation agenda in Africa. This prize is the preeminent African award recognizing extraordinary individuals or institutions whose contribution to African agriculture forges a new era of sustainable food security and economic opportunity for our people and for our continent. Africa needs its own widely publicized laureates who put bright spotlights on these solutions that can be replicated across the continent to eliminate hunger and reduce poverty.
The prize is expected to create a signal to the world that small-scale farming in Africa is finally on the path to prosperity. Also, through agricultural transformation, Africa will be able to tackle the issue of malnutrition and help reduce poverty in the region.